today is indeed a great day, a great achievement for the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and to an extent the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What we have done here today is happening for the very first time in Africa. This is the first time we've been hearing about Safe School Initiative, Safe School Declaration, but this is the first time ever that we will have a center that is dedicated for the protection and safety of children all over Nigeria. Indeed, it is an achievement for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is an achievement for the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Indeed, we are not going to take this for granted. Today, we have introduced to the world the capacity to protect schools and the host communities. We are looking at a strong collaboration between the stakeholders, ranging from students, teachers, parents, the youth, women group, vigilante group, ministers, governors at all levels. All citizens are stakeholders in this regard, and we are not going to underrate anyone. We call for strong collaboration between the federal, state, and local government and the citizens to come together to support the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to ensure that our schools are protected. When we are talking about school being protected, we are looking at the future of this country, and that's why the forensic and psychological aspect of this center is going to address the problem of mental illnesses. For one to wake up and attack a school that houses children who are predominantly innocent of whatsoever. We are here today to say, look, we are going to treat such disorders in a forensic manner. Today we could see we have a bulletproof vehicle here. This vehicle is structured in such a way that if there is any attack, we are looking at proactive intelligence. When we discover that we need to rescue the students, we could use this vehicle. Now, you have a lineup of drones that have been displayed here. They have been displayed here for the purpose of showcasing the capacity to be able to gather the intelligence we want, the surveillance we want for mission accomplishment. We could send this drone to gather the kind of information we want, that which we process. First, we'll gather information, we'll process into intelligence to make use of it. Let me take you to the content of the vehicle to see what we have here. I best call it surveillance vehicles in this regard, with all the network and the components you could think of. Here, in this vehicle, you sit here and monitor what happens along communities. Remember, schools are not just on their own. Those schools are located within communities. With this, we believe that with this vehicle, not in the school to scare the students, but along within the community where schools are located, so that at that level you are not only protecting one school but many other schools. This vehicle provides surveillance for you. It gathers that information you need to process your intelligence, and if there is need to act, and we are looking at proactive measures and not reactive. The Commandant General has instructed us to scout for proactive measures other than reactive measures. So here is the surveillance vehicles that is here to help us do that with all the satellite. This vehicle transfers whatever information, it transmits that to the national control room that we have at the national headquarters, called National School Surveillance Vehicles. As we move into the vehicle, you will see that these vehicles are manned by trained officers and men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, along with other officers of the other stakeholders that we have in this center. We have the DSS, we have the police, we have the members of the armed forces, and all of that. Now, today you see some of the officers that are manning this surveillance vehicle here, in what I have also explained in the other side. Let me also take you to the next vehicle. This is how you're coping with the situation. Do you have relevant information?
Yes.
Yeah. So these vehicles, you could see they're the same. We want to begin with the 6 geopolitical zones stationed at different locations. And what happens? They will feed in the information, the National Response Center, with information that they will share. On this note, I would like to thank you so much for your coverage. Thank you.
I am very, very excited. I'm very excited, very happy, and overwhelmed with emotions of joy and happiness that God has spared our life to show us this day. This is indeed a very historic day in the annals of history of this service. And so we are so excited and happy.
Well, of course, you know that Civil Defense Corps has been adjudged and pledged to be the lead agency in the area of protection of critical national assets and infrastructure. And you also recall when I was inaugurated, sometimes in March 2021, I was charged with this duty that I should come up with a robust safe school initiative program that will provide security and safety for our Nigerian schools. And of course, since we are the lead, and now that we are commissioning or we are flagged up the National Response Emergency Center for the safe schools, the provision of security and safety for schools, is going to be a fusion center where all services, police, the military, the DSS, of course, will come together and work very assiduously and very closely, towards providing safety and security for our schools. So I think this is this is a laudable project. Well, one is the product of the other. The Safe School Initiative and the Safe School Financing are like a coin that has two sides, of which the objectives is same. So today, these two concepts have been fused together, and now that we are taking off, I think what Nigerians should expect is the best out of the packages that we have for this service. My pleasure. Thank you.